More of the spiders I need over here. HC Legal go. Yeah. No, because more shit's come up in the Karen Reed case. I don't know. I don't know if you stopped following it after the verdict came in. But AJ is up to dramatics again, although he is absolutely correct. That's usually the way it goes. Is that he's so fucking dramatic, but he is correct. Maybe that's the segue I need, huh? So, HC Legal. I am not a lawyer, much less your lawyer. None of this is legal advice. Entertainment purposes only. Talking about crime is a trigger for you. Maybe come back soon. So, Alan Jackson, lead defense attorney in the Karen Reed case, has sent a letter demanding that Officer Kelly Dever be put on the Brady list. A is 100% correct. So we gotta get into who is Kelly Dever and what is the Brady list. And what's the problem here. Right? So it's named after... I was hoping there was a vendor here. There's not. Case Brady versus Maryland from the 60s. Two dudes go to, like, steal a car, end up killing a guy. They try them separately. They kill the owner of the car. And so Brady, at his trial, the defense team asks for exculpatory evidence that they have the right not only to ask but to receive. They must receive it. If the prosecution has exculpatory evidence, they must provide it. They didn't. And what was it in this case? That the other dude that had the separate trial for the same crime, the other dude had given a written confession that he was the one that pulled the trigger. Which is what Brady had said, but nobody believed him. Right? And so, that becomes the basis for the Brady list. Meaning each department has to keep a list of cops with known credibility issues. So, you know, if they've committed perjury, if they've done this, if they've done that. They have to be on a list so that the defense attorney does not even have to ask the prosecutor. They got this list. Oh, this cop's involved in my case. All right, I know what I'm crossing on now, right? So, Kelly Dever worked for Canton PD. Tells the FBI, we still don't know why the FBI was involved in all of this, but they were. The whole Karen Reed case. To the best of anyone's knowledge, they were investigating the investigation, but nothing's ever been made public about why. So anyway, the defense calls a Canton cop because she had told the FBI that she saw the Canton chief of police and ATF agent Brian Higgins in the garage with the suspect's car for, quote, a wildly long time, and that she found it weird. She tells the FBI this, right? Somehow the defense gets a hold of this information. I think when the FBI closed their investigation, they turned over, not everything, because they're the FBI, they don't do that, but they turned stuff over. So they call her, and she says, nah, I didn't see that. Yes, I told the FBI that, but, you know, I've come to realize that I had just created a false memory. Ma'am, what? Well, they put her on the stand, because goddamn, this is good for their case. So no, I came to realize that due to the timing, I couldn't have seen what I thought I saw. So, you know, I created this false memory. So AJ, with his dramatic little self, writes this letter. He's like, look, here's your problem, guys. She needs to be on the Brady list because either she lied on the stand or she has a medical condition that causes her to create false memories. Either way, that's going to be exculpatory for anyone else she's involved in the investigation on. No comment from the chief of police there. Or commissioner, rather. Other than, oh, I didn't even know. I didn't even know Kelly Dever was involved in that case. I had nothing to do with Karen Reed. Sir. One of your officers is dead and one of them perjured herself. So, what do you mean you got nothing to do with it? Like, for real. Yeah, anyway. That is what Brady evidence and a Brady list is, and how it relates to the case that ate my life for like 2 years watching. I'll be interested to see. Exculpatory evidence, thank you. Now you're a word nerd, so I suspect you know. But for those playing along at home, or you can at least guess from context, anything that could mitigate or prove that the person didn't do it, basically. So, for the actual Brady v. Maryland decision, because he was still involved with the robbery that led to the dude getting killed, it didn't affect his guilt when they brought all this up. He just ended up getting a lighter sentence because that would go to sentencing. You still stole a car. You're still going to jail. But you didn't kill someone, so it's a different sentence. So anything that would mitigate the circumstances or prove that the person didn't do it or that they had reason, you know. I should probably look up the dictionary definition because I feel like I'm not explaining that well. Whereas then inculpatory would be proof that they did do it. Yep. But that's probably something to get into too, is the parts of a trial and what leads up to a trial and blah blah blah. Because all this shit has to be made known during a phase called discovery. The lawyers on both sides must share what they know with each other. And the prosecution has to hand over all the proof that the person did it, that they have or think they have, how they obtained it, etc. And anything that may mitigate that. Such as the cop who gave a statement or did the investigation or whatever has problems with telling the truth. John Grisham touching that. Early 90s. Fair. I read a fair bit of John Grisham back in the day too, yep. So yeah, I mean, there's no way this doesn't end this woman's career. There's no way. Even if she didn't act like a petulant toddler on the stand, this whole, I created a false memory. Ma'am, you're a cop. Your job is literally, theoretically at least, to observe things, report them accurately, and do something about it, right? If you are prone to creating false memories, you're just giving a gift to any defense lawyer for any case you're ever on. She cannot keep her job at this point. I'll be interested to see how that plays out. But she did, and I get that that's got to be a stressful thing, right? Testifying. But also, if you're a cop, that's one of your main jobs. Somebody said in ADB's stream, well, you know, she could just be like a meter maid, right? Give parking tickets. And Emily's like, nope, I would fight the fuck out of that parking ticket. It was given to me by who? No, Your Honor, she creates false memories. Check the Brady list. I ain't paying that parking ticket. You can't even do that. Like, your job's over. Oh, no, man. Really, you guys are talking about legal advice. What can I give for legal? I can't because I'm not a lawyer. But basic advice is don't crime. Don't crime. Don't crime because you're probably not as smart as you think you are, and your phone tracks way more than you probably realize. Don't crime. That is my legal advice. Right. Like, I love she thought they wouldn't find it because she deleted it. Are you kidding me? I still don't understand how that wasn't a user deletion. And if I didn't understand it, I'm not surprised the jury didn't. You're right, I don't want to deal with this. But that was the other point. Is like, what the fuck did the judge? And I've watched some of the interviews, but what did they have to be thinking when you've heard the name Jen McCabe more than you've heard the word Karen Reed in this trial? Holy hell! At least her career doesn't. I don't even know what her career is. Her career doesn't depend on her observing things accurately and telling the truth about them in court. She just ends up looking like a mean girl who's in everybody's business at best. And who cares? I don't know. I haven't been watching that much this week. I've just had too much on my mind, too much on my plate. But it's probably not working, but we all love Block Party. Man, look, did one of y'all know about Streamlabs or OBS or something? How do we get this shit set up? What's up, Bearsdocky? How are you? Look, some of y'all asked for Hunter. We got the Hunter out. It's going to be boring because I just stand here shooting at things. I am not one of those people jumping in and out of melee range to get in a few extra points of DPS. I'll stand back here where it's safe. Thank you.